All right, so we're going to do a shoulder stretch that's going to take the shoulder into shoulder flexion, which is above the head, over the head. So you want to start the client facing supine, face up. They can be in the center of the table. It is nice if they aren't too far down on the table. Otherwise, when you take their shoulder up and above, the table will then prevent them from going further back if they have good mobility. If they don't, then it doesn't really matter too much. So you're going to start by supporting their hand and wrist, and the placement of your hands, you can then support their wrist. That way it's not flopping around too much. You can have support of their hand. You're going to place your other hand on their elbow so you can keep their arms straight while going into the shoulder flexion, so you don't have any bending in the shoulder happening here. You're going to go light pressure. Most people, you can just let their hand and weight of their own body take them into the first point of resistance. They'll go into the first point of resistance on their own with just gravity and the weight of their arm. Then you can apply, once you go into that first point of resistance, you can apply a little bit of pressure. How does that feel, Steven? I'm going to go a little more. So once I find that first point of resistance using his own body and just a little bit of pressure, then I can go a little bit more, but not much here. Okay, and then from there, the client is going to feel it in their deltoids, their chest, and lats. So those are all the three places that they could feel this one, as well as their triceps maybe a little bit. But it is a shoulder stretch, and the first point of resistance for most people is probably going to be about over their head. Probably 60% of people, 50% of people can actually just touch the table behind them. A few percentage outliers can go further. A few outliers can't actually touch the head and parallel to the table. So the end range of the movement is probably going to be the table here. If they have anything wrong with their shoulder, this is one where you don't want to push it too much further than just straight above their head in shoulder flexion here. The duration is you'll hold it for about 10 to 15 seconds here, depending on where they're feeling the stretch. The cue, you're looking for visual, verbal, and touch cues. So you're looking to assess how it's feeling on their body by the resistance that you're feeling. So if you feel them squirm or tense up, they're either not relaxing. You need to coach them to take big deep breaths and relax into the stretch and let you take control, or it's causing pain, discomfort, which then you need to check with them, see if it is, take them out of the stretch if it's causing pain or discomfort. There's not too many variations with this one because it is shoulder flexion. You could do a slightly different angle. So some clients will feel it straight over their head more or less. Some clients will feel it more or less with a little bit more of a Y-shaped angle that you apply the pressure to over their head. And you could actually do both depending on their needs. And you could apply some movement hacks to this one, such as PNF, compression, or even vibration. So we'll go over those in another video.